on AI for actors.
Woo! Hold on, wait.
This actor thing is.
Let me see something. Daniel Faison says, I don't want to die and then all of a sudden still be in movies and my family not seeing that money. I don't want my likeness to be people saying things for me that I probably wouldn't want to say. That is the strongest argument I've seen for AI, for why the actors are against AI. The strongest one is that last sentence. I don't want my likeness to be people saying things for me that I probably wouldn't want to say.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
That's a big fucking deal. Because no, I never thought of that part of it. They may have that motherfucking some wild bisexual orgy in one of them films in 50 years.
They can AI you saying that commercial about the crackhead.
They can do all type of shit. Hey, man, you got one. My boy Donald, he hit him with that one. You
guys didn't see Black Mirror?
I saw that shit, but I don't watch that shit.
Example. I saw
exactly
that.
it
There was a
right
Black Mirror episode where they AI'd a regular person.
Oh yeah, the lady.
And
I saw the first episode. Yeah.
And then all these characters were getting all these people were getting AI'd and doing things that they wasn't trying to do or they wouldn't.
They were watching. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. That's a good one. That's a good one, man.
But they signed their name and likeness and their image away, so they had no more control of how it would be published.
I actually just had a meeting with a fellow named James Andrews the other day. Shout out to him. And he was showing me just the capabilities of AI just moving forward, like where it's going. He showed me how I could make a video for one of my songs right now, just with uploading a few pictures and just really knowing how to really know how to talk to the machine to make it do what you do. Mm-hmm. He gave me a different outlook on it. Like I said, I totally understand that. He told me that it's just another tool in your toolbox if you're a creator.
Absolutely.
So what the AI does is great if you are somebody who knows how to use your imagination. Because he kept saying, make sure you protect your imagination because that's what's gold right now. You know, because with that imagination, I'll take that tool. I can make this thing do what I want it to do and expand on shit. And that's what the real goal. It's the IP conversation, bro. IP is the stock for IP has risen so high because of all the content needed. And the other side knows how important IP is now. So they're trying to lock it in so they don't got to keep having these conversations.
Yeah.
And that could be cool if you everybody got to meet in the middle though. Nothing wrong with growing the game because it's going to happen anyway. They're going to try it anyway. But nah, brother. Nah, you got to have it. If you're going to do this new way, let's discuss what the terms are. It's like in music, we didn't get a chance to discuss what the terms were once the medium changed. Once the physicals and the iTunes wasn't a thing no more, they just gave us a system and nobody fought it. Like they negotiated.
Y'all don't read the terms. That's the problem.
No, the thing is, that's not true. In the contracts, in music, they still have not modified the contracts to adjust for streaming. These things are still only based on record sales. You know what I'm saying? Now, the way they even obtain our music, they license it's just like Netflix. It's just like anything. They license our music from bigger distributors. And then they get what they charge for that. And that's the masters. They own them, so they do what they want with them. That's how that works. When they have the masters, they lease them out. So then all the music that dumps into these systems, they created a way to say this is how much you would get off the market share of the advertisement that comes in this system. So basically the commercials that we stick in between your music, that's how you can make your money. But when it's a bunch of shit, nobody negotiated the terms. So they gave a number, made that 0.0010%, whatever that is, and then we just had to deal with it as musicians. That's what's going on in acting. They not dealing with it. They like, hold on, we're not doing that. Because of a union. There was never a union in music.
They have the union to negotiate terms from them, but sometimes they negotiate bad terms, and actors don't really be reading what's in this SAG agreement like that. That's my whole thing.
Because people want to get in SAG. It's just like the major labels. Like people will do anything to say they're signed to a major. Well, before. Like that was the thing. Like, man, I gotta sign a record deal.
Right. There's this whole illusion or the mystery, like, oh, I need to join SAG, and they just get the qualifications and they join SAG, and they just join SAG because they think that's what they need to do. And that's not always, they don't always know what's in the SAG agreement when they sign up for it. And then it's like not really the best deal.
Right.
So now you get into a situation where you're trying to get a better deal. And it's like, we should have been having this conversation a few years ago.
Yeah. I mean,
before the streaming thing got out of control.
Yeah, we fucked up. Like, not having a real union in music. Again, well, they may have a union. I'll just say, like, the hip hop culture, there's no union there. I think if one was established, which would be tough, but it wouldn't be if everybody saw how powerful this can be for the actors. Like, they're basically, like, the studios are basically like, well, y'all gonna be independent then. That's what happened in music. I got to see this thing. All musicians should take notes. We're basically watching something that happened to us 10 years ago, and we just stopped and let them do it. And now we're living in the aftermath of it as creators, where we have to find other ways and do other things. You know what I'm saying? The actors saw that and said, fuck that. We're not letting y'all do that to us, what y'all did to them. We can break the system right now by creating a real union, just like they have a union,
Right, but
just like sports has a union, everybody. Because
But on the flip side, the producers see how it goes in the music industry where they don't have a union, and they want to transition to y'all way. The people that are getting striking against the actors.
Of course, that's that
So-
because they see that they looking, they like shit. We can at some point we're gonna own all this shit anyway.
They want to go around the union. They tired of the union.
Because they gotta lease these shits out to these streaming sites. It's the beginning. Like it's the beginning, and it's a bigger pot. I say, man, like I just talking to actors, producers, different things. There's a loophole. Go do independent films. Then they're basically they're saying that to my knowledge, right?
Yes, there's a loophole for indie films. The problem with that is there's so many indie production companies or indie studios that are major. They're indie majors. You know what I'm saying? So they can produce the content at a very high quality level and do it in the budget restrictions that are still green lit for SAG. Mm-hmm. So that's an issue. That's a conflict of interest really for actors.
What's the budget restriction? Can you say?
I don't know what the
for
number
independent. Like what number goes over making it an independent? I thought independent is if you don't use them and you do it yourself.
Yeah, and there's a budget limit that you see when you produce the film, you sign an agreement with SAG as the producer signs an agreement with SAG, and that agreement has different restriction levels. Like if your budget is a certain level, then you're part of, you know what I'm saying, you're doing too much money for them to be greenlit or whatever. Because they got a lot of indie majors that are making very high quality films within this whatever indie restriction that there is. And they're just taking those films and they selling them to Netflix or Disney or Hulu or whatever, Amazon.
Yeah.
And kind of going around the strike.
Speaking of indie films, man, shout out to my boy Deion Taylor. To my knowledge, Fear just hit stars. Make sure y'all go check out Fear. Shout out to Deion Taylor hitting Empire. Everybody
I
up
think
there.
Fatale is like in the top 10 on Netflix
Yeah,
right
man.
now too.
Shout out to my dog Deion Taylor going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how this Omar, everybody over there, man. Shout out to them. Fear, go check that out. What we got going on? Okay, he pulled it up. Check my boy when he got some information. SAG low budget agreement, maximum budget $2 million. SAG moderate low budget agreement, maximum $700K, $300K, $20K. So, which one can't you go over right now?
Probably that $2 million joint.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you right now.
They'll take that $2
Listen.
million. They'll make. You got companies like A24, MRC, like, you know what I'm saying? Viola Davis just turned down the movie G20. I think it's G20. Yeah. MRC is the production company producing it. But that would have been greenlit for her to do that if she chose to. She's just a hardcore activist for the strike.
Yeah.
But that won't stop another actor for taking that deal that she was offered and doing that movie. It's a low budget, quote unquote low budget film, indie film, but they're gonna be able to sign a major actress.
You know what's crazy?
that.
The leverage. So, just in any negotiation, you got to create your leverage. Like them all banding together and doing a film about this could be the leverage they need to sway everything. You know what I'm saying? Go put it out independent. Let some fucking young kid from USC produce it, and y'all all get in it and make it about the moment and televise it. And I think you'll see how the difference of an indie side of it is, and then everybody can see everybody's worth, and then you can keep everybody in the same spot. I think basketball does a great version of that. I think the NBA understands the power of the player in the NBA a little bit more than a lot of these leagues, because we'll watch them play basketball against each other on Instagram, and they know that. They know that. They know it. So it's like, let's stop treating them like it's this versus that. Let's make sure these guys are taken care of, at least to the way they want to be taken care of. I think everybody should adapt that, because the boys making a lot of money, man. They doing it the right way.
Right.
Let's everybody just be fair for a second.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, man. What else we got, dog?
Ice Spice. She's Billboard's Hip Hop Rookie of the Year.
Come on.
Killing it.
Shout out to Ice Spice. She seems like the nicest. Like, just the nicest girl. Like, she be twerking and all that shit. But if you go check out her interviews and she talks, like, the fact that when she said she was a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, Pimp My Butterfly is her favorite album, that threw me for a loop, because you wouldn't think that the girl that sings the song Munch would be listening to that. And that just shows how this girl, she understands what's going on. Very nice, stays out of politics. I like that side of her. Anytime something comes, she's cool with everybody. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And her beautiful family, from what it looks like.
Yeah, she's very versatile, very well-rounded.
Yeah.
Having a hell of a year.
Yeah, I think everybody doesn't understand that, she's 22, 23 years old, man. They want her to fucking get in her little Kim bag, lyrical wise, like, let her learn on the job.
Yeah.
Just know that she don't seem like she's being disrespectful. She handles herself correctly, and shit, she's fucking making hit records. Shout out to Ice Spice, bro. Shout out to her. And her team is probably great. It has to be. Damn, that's dope. Super dope.